Welcome, everybody. My name is Maralee Burnett. I am your tarot reader, and I am back again with the messages for the week of April 14th, where, yes, the energy is still extreme. It's literally going to take us until the later part of June before we feel any relief from the conflict that's underway. So we got to pack our patience, control what we can control, which is just ourselves and our reactions to the stressors that are going on. So make sure to take time to take care of yourself. Turn off the news. Do not watch the Dow ticker all day long. It is just going to add to your stress. Now, I've been working with the angel cards for these past two readings because I feel like we need a little extra support. Of course, you know that if you follow me, and if not, you should click on that subscribe button now. That way you get notifications every time I post new content. Also, go out to my website, maraleeburnett.com. That way you'll have access to all the written materials that I have put together for you to help support you in your day-to-day activities. So of course, April's out there. You'll see the full moon that was just last week for Libra. That material's out there. And of course, the upcoming new moon. And I am done through June. So if you really want to take a forward look at what's coming to just prepare mentally, go out and take a look at those articles. And of course, you can support me by coming to work with me or sharing my content with someone that you think could benefit from learning all of the information that I will share with you today. Of course, I'm also an astrologer, so I do mix both tarot and astrology together, and I'd love to work with you and help you do the same. All right, as usual, you want to watch for your sun, moon, and rising sign. We always start with Aries and work through Pisces. And in this week ahead, we finally are seeing Venus direct, and we have, I will say, this is a pretty intense week with a lot of conflict, a lot of Mars energy in conflict. So trust the process. It's also a very karmic week. So be sure and tune into the astro lesson later to get even more details. But let's see how the angels say this will affect your sign. And let's get started with the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries. You have, and I'm going to tilt this back because I think I made it crooked. The decision card in this deck, which is typically the devil card. And all that means is in the week ahead, you have to pay attention to not what your ego self wants, but instead, what is it that your soul wants for you? What is the right thing to do and pursue? Like my OCD-ness, Aries, you want to be able to let go of those things that you think you cannot live without, that your ego is so attached to. And, Aries, you are the first house. This is the ego self. This is something that you're very attached to in some way. And now with Venus going direct, it's time for you to let whatever this is go. And now, of course, it's something big, so this isn't easy. And this energy of the 15 becomes a number 6, so that's something to do with love. So it could be a relationship, a toxic one that's finally run its course, and it's time for you to let go and move on. Now, that means a new, better one can come in, so don't get too stressed about it. Next, we have Taurus. Oh boy. Okay, I guess Venus is showing up in our cards right away. We started off with the devil card. Now we're looking at the lovers. And so that means for you, Taurus, right? There's some decisions to make now that Venus is moving forward about love and commitment and this person in your life. Are they the one or not? And are you ready to commit to them? Because if not, the other thing about the lover's card is there's a big decision that you need to make, and you can't keep stringing somebody along for years and years, Taurus, if it isn't really going anywhere. And you also can't be playing scared and not stepping up to the plate. So, something to do with a soulmate relationship or a very karmic decision is coming up for you in a big way this week. But the good news is, with Venus moving forward, Mercury moving forward, you can think more clearly about what it is that you want. And then remember that number six is love and joy returning to your life in some way. All right, keep me posted, Taurus. Next, we have Gemini. The cards just do not disappoint when I say it's going to be big week ahead. Here we have another major arcana card, and the solutions card for you, Gemini, is the same as temperance. And so there is something that, again, you need to make sure when it upsets you that you maintain balance and control, that when you do, the answers that you seek to resolving the situation will come to you very, very easily. Now, something does need to change because 14 becomes the number five. And so that does mean it's time to make a change of something that has been upsetting you emotionally. And when you change even your mindset about it, since you very much live in your head, Geminis, then the outcome can change. The solution can come to you much more easily, and you can find your self control much easier as well. But keep in mind, it's time, right? It's time to move something forward in your life in a big way. So let the energy help you do just that. And next, we have Cancer. I swear I shuffle these cards, but I tell you what, right away, these cards had answers for me. I didn't even have to spend very long shuffling them. And look at all the major arcana cards just lining up. So, Cancers, there's something this week that challenges you. And as a result of that, you have to go inward, right? You have to remember how strong you are. And you also have to maintain a sense of control over your emotions and over your feelings. This is something that is potentially upsetting, but you don't want to lash out at anyone else, right? You want to show grace, you want to lead through your heart, and you want to be the one that's shining a light for other people as they may be struggling in the week ahead. So there is a lot of chaos. You will feel all of it because you're so intuitive and an empath. Don't let it weigh you down by taking on everybody else's problems this week. Focus on yourself, focus on being strong. And remember, this is angel number 11, right? There is light that will shine and guide the way for you. Just all you have to do is look and, of course, choose the path of the light and not the dark one that presents itself to you as well. All right, Cancers, keep me posted. Next, we have Leo. All right, Leos. It looks like you get a bit of a break this week because you have the Four of Michael, also known as the Four of Swords. And so this is telling you it's time to literally put yourself in time out, to rest, to relax, to recuperate. The Four of Swords, of course, means that you've been in your head too much. You may have been unwell. And as a result of all of that, it's time to shut the door on everything else but yourself and your own mental health and just take care of you. That number four means that it's time to tear down any structures that don't serve you, anything that you're a part of that just causes more stress than it's worth. Those things have to go away. Now that the review period is over with Mercury and Venus, it's time for you to step away from those things that are just too hard on your mental health and let them go. All right, Leos, keep me posted. Next, we have Virgos. All right, Virgos, you have work to do with the Queen of Ariel, also known as the Queen of Pentacles. Now, you're an earth sign, so Pentacles is something that you align with very easily. This is somebody who is an entrepreneur. She's very business minded, very responsible with the finances. And so she could have a job offer of some kind for you this week that maybe you've been contemplating. What should I do? What's my next step as far as making money or improving my financial situation? And so you, Virgos, will interact with this woman this week that has the answers, that has the advice, that maybe has an offer. Always trust your intuition. It shouldn't be an offer that's flashy or fast moving and you have to decide right now. This should be something that is a very structured offer that requires some discipline and hard work on your part. Then you know it's the right offer. And because it's the queen, the court card energy that carries the number one, this is a new opportunity that is financial in nature for you, Virgos. All right. Keep me posted. Next, we have Libra. All right, Libras, you have the Six of Raphael, also known as the Six of Cups. And this is one of those cards we see when we're reconnecting with happy memories from the past and from our childhood. Sometimes that can be us actually connecting with somebody from our childhood and we're exchanging feelings in some way. This could be, again, just a walk down memory lane, lots of reminiscing going on. And now that Venus is no longer retrograde and is moving forward, well, this is the time to move forward as far as any kind of relationships go. So if you did get back together with somebody during retrograde season, you now have the answers of, did we both heal as we were separate and on our own, and now we can move forward together? Then that's fabulous. But if you're doing the same things, the patterns are just repeating like they did in the past, then nothing's going to change. So there's a big decision to make this week. But because this number six means love and joy is possible, looks like you probably both did the work. Let me know how it turns out. Next, we have Scorpios. All right, Scorpios. There is a little drama in the week ahead when you have the Five of Gabriel, also known as the Five of Wands. So you have to be really careful that you do not get caught up in other people's drama. Run away if you start getting sucked down the rabbit hole. Another good way to use this energy is if you are athletic or competitive, then use it that way, right? To strengthen your ability to, fight others off, right? And be the winner. But don't, like I said, create more drama when other people are the ones that actually should own the drama instead of you getting sucked into their drama as well, because it will not serve you. Now, the good news is if you have been stuck in drama, you've already done the thing that you shouldn't have done because you don't follow me, but now you do, right? So now you're aware. And that number five says, okay, it's time for the change, right? It's time to release this drama and move on to do something that's healthier for you going forward. All right. Let me know how that goes, Scorpio. Next, we have Sagittarius. Oh boy. All right. So, Sagittarius, something is ending in a big dramatic fashion for you this week. So, again, now that all the review period is over and this thing that's been weighing on your head and mind heavily, well, it's time to put it behind you. It's time to relieve stress, to let this go, to, like it says here, take a final bow in some way. So, what have you been contemplating since last March? Because that is when Venus first went retrograde in the sign of Aries, which is a fire sign just like you. So, this is something meant to be supportive for you, but it is definitely something that has been a bit painful. And now, while this pain is at this peak, it's done. And because it's the number 10, that means that a new opportunity will come in to replace it. So it could be that there's one big last conversation, right? Swords are about communication. And you come to an agreement with this person that you're in conflict with to bring this situation to an end, to close. And as a result of that, you can start healing. And so can the other person, which at the end of the day is for the best for everybody. All right, Sag, just keep me posted. Next, we have Capricorn. All right. So, Capricorns, you were blessed with a 9 last week too, I believe, but that one had more to do with finances. This one is maybe the result of that opportunity. All of a sudden, you were super busy because the 9 of Gabriel, also known as the 9 of Wands, is you feeling like you're carrying a major burden this week. And maybe that again is because with the retrogrades ending, things suddenly started moving forward, but they move forward so quickly that you're just still playing catch up. So take a breath, don't give up, keep going, but maybe try to slow the pace down just a wee bit so that you don't completely burn out. This is a warning, right? You're going to burn out if you don't slow the pace a bit. And if you just give up, then all of this hard work is going to end up being for nothing. So keep going. You are almost there. You're so close and you don't even realize it. So this is the week where you've got one big final push. And again, because now the energy is connecting and helping you, you'll get the help you need from this Venus energy moving forward to finish whatever this big project is for you. Keep going, Capricorns. Next, we have Aquarius, another wand card. So Saturn rules both the Aquarius energy and rules over this Capricorn energy that we just saw. And then you guys both have wand cards. So interesting. The wands are about movement and swift changes. It's fire, it's passion. And the Six of Wands often brings you some kind of recognition for all the hard work. So maybe you have been working on some big project that started maybe in March. And now that Venus retrograde's done, Mercury retrograde's done, it's time for you to get recognized for all the great work that you did. So this is a feel good week for you, right? It's that six energy. There's love, there's joy, there's happiness, and recognition that, man, it feels like is long overdue, but it's finally here. So celebrate yourself this week too, right? This can bring advancement for you, especially in your career, as a result of all the hard work that you put in. So, congratulations, Aquarius. I can't wait to hear how it's going. All right, last, never least, we have Pisces. All right, Pisces. The Two of Ariel, also known as the Two of Pentacles, indicates that in the week ahead, you've got a lot of juggling to do. And because Pentacles are most associated with the money that we make, it could be all the priorities you have that affect your money, right? So a lot of priorities at work. There could be a lot of ups and downs in the market as far as your money goes. But remember, at the end of the day, what your goal is to maintain balance. So when things rise, be ready for them to fall. When things fall, be ready to ride the wave again on the way up. There's a lot of up and down, a lot of back and forth, and your goal through it all is to emotionally remain grounded and balanced. Now, you've had a heck of a lot of work going on in your sign. So I know that you've been on this roller coaster ride. You've got a little bit more to go, but Venus, fortunately, is going to steady the ship a bit, and she speaks with Saturn in this week, and some better structure and control as far as our finances go is available. So it will be a week ahead where you can find your center and hopefully feel a little bit more stability. All right, guys. For more of a breakdown on all of the energy that is going to be going on, and I'm telling you, it is going to be intense. It looks like everybody's figuring out the ways to work with this intense energy, so that's good news. But you still have a lot of work, and while it may not affect you directly, there will be a lot of things going on in the world that can be a bit unsettling. And so we're going to have to watch how we react and interact with all of the conflict in the week ahead. So like I said, tune in, maybe turn into bed, but tune into my astro lesson where I'll break it down day by day and especially give you some clues on the particular days where I want you to travel extra carefully. And again, just watch your person and be aware of conflicts. And again, don't get sucked into them. All right. We'll talk soon. Take care, everybody. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead. Go check out the Astro lesson also on my YouTube channel to see the full week broken down day by day. Take care.